Good morning, Smith Station. I'm Becca Nelson, and this is PNN. Showing it with some of this week's funniest vines.
The chill of peppermint.
Oh, we're working out!
A few moments later.
Basically, it's like, if your phone doesn't have instant Twitter, it's like, then why have a phone? What? Oh, milk! Oh, I'm sorry!
OMG, my boyfriend did the funniest thing yesterday. My boyfriend! Shut up.
What do I want to drink?
Do you have a new intern in your class? Michaela Bostic had the chance to catch up with a few of them.
I'm sure you've seen some of the new faces around campus. You might even have some in your classroom right now. These are interns from Auburn University, and I was able to catch up with a few of them. So what exactly does it take to become an intern?
There's a lot of steps for becoming an intern. Just the whole progression from the time that you start college to this point is, having to take all your classes. For me, become really proficient in Spanish, and then, just do a lot of work with other teachers, planning lessons, and things like that to get to this point to where you can actually intern.
We have a really nice school here. It's only about 3 years old, and Mr. Russell thinks it's pretty great. Let's hear what he has to say about it.
It's just a big school with a relaxed setting, and it's just very nice. Being in all the different schools in the county, this is definitely the best school I've been to.
Sometimes going from a student to an intern can be a rough transition. Let's hear what Mr. Branch has to say about how he's dealing with his transition.
It's going pretty well. It's a little bit different going back to high school after being in college for 4 years, but it's going well. You just have to get back used to the timing and everything like that, but it's going well.
For any of you looking for some reassurance for becoming a teacher, let's hear the advice that the interns have for you.
Just do what you love. Somewhere along the line, somebody's going to try to talk you out of it and say, oh, you shouldn't be a teacher because kids these days, they're getting worse and discipline, things like that. Just ignore it and do what you love to do.
The question is to go into teaching or to go back to school and get your master's. Let's see what all three of our interns are going to do after this internship.
I plan on teaching and then coming back later to fulfill a higher degree, a master's.
I want to teach for a year or so and then make a decision on whether I want to get my master's or where I want to get my master's.
I plan on going back to school to get my master's. I don't know if I'll go directly to school after I graduate or if I'll take a year off, maybe do some traveling, work abroad or something like that, but I definitely want to get my master's.
This past weekend was the AFC and NFC championship games. Let's see how they fared with national sports with Jared Dillard.
This past Sunday, a rivalry was renewed. Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning. The story of legends, but this time with a twist. It wasn't the old-fashioned Patriots versus Colts, but this time it was the New England Patriots versus the Denver Broncos. The winner going to the Super Bowl. And Peyton Manning made sure it was the Broncos this time, as he threw for 400 yards and 2 touchdowns, one to Jacob Tammany and the other one to Demaryius Thomas. They sent the Broncos to the Super Bowl by a final score of 26-16. Also this Sunday, a rivalry may have been started. Two teams battled down in Seattle for the NFC crown. The San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson was able to find the end zone, and Marshall Lynch was also able to find the end zone with a 40-yard run to give the Seahawks a 23-17 win after a late interception in the end zone by 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick. This will pit the #1 offense in the Denver Broncos versus the #1 defense in Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Sparks will fly February 2nd in MetLife Stadium. For the latest NBA news, Kevin Durant and the Thunder are taking the league by storm. Durant scored a career-high 54 points in a 127-121 win over the Warriors last Friday night. The Pacers keep showing why they are the favorite to win the NBA championship as they ran past the Clippers with Paul George's 36 points when the added 360 dunk for Cleveland. In college basketball, there was only three unbeaten teams left. Arizona took down Pac-12 rival Arizona State 91-68 to move to a sweet 18-0. Syracuse struggled but found a way to knock off Pittsburgh 59-54 as 4 of their 5 starters reached double digits. Syracuse stays at number 2 in the rankings and also moves to a perfect 18-0. Number 3, Wisconsin went down to Big Ten rival Michigan as the Wolverines proved too much for the Badgers and they won the game 77-70. But watch out for Wichita State. They sit at number 5, but they had a very silent and excellent season. They moved to 19-0 and they beat Indiana State 68-48. Finally, the Flames and Canucks were just going to play a regular hockey game. Nothing new. That was until an all-out fist-fight brawl broke out and 8 people, yes, 8 people got ejected from the game. 2 seconds in, 5 fights broke out. But in the end, the Canucks won 3-2, so it was all okay. I'm Jared Dillard with your National Sports. Once again, PNN.
Let's dance into the weekend with Dance Party Friday. Amber and Brooklyn are at it again with your latest news in video games.
Square Enix has revealed details about the Hitman game developing for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. You'll play as Agent 47, an apex predator stalking his prey across the world. The game uses a wide range of tools to eliminate targets across exotic areas. Contract mode will be returning, allowing you to create challenges within levels and then challenge your friends to complete them. Thankfully though, 47's magic pockets have been removed. No release date has been announced.
Activision has recently teased more details for Onslaught, the next DLC for Call of Duty Ghosts, which we talked about last week. They recently posted a teaser on Instagram and used the soundtrack to the movie Halloween. A new video about Activision reveals that you will actually be able to play as Michael Myers in the new Fog map, where you'll be able to use an axe and stalk your victims through a location with an abandoned cabin, campsite, and torture chamber. It'll hit Xbox platforms on January 28th.
Rockstar has been cracking down on cheaters and hackers of Grand Theft Auto 5. An update says that extremely large amounts of in-game cash have been generated and distributed, and Rockstar is punishing those responsible. GTA went under a 24-hour maintenance period in which all of the game's counterfeit money was removed. Those that innocently participated will have the money removed. Those who generated the money will be punished by Rockstar. This may include players being placed in cheater pools or being banned from online play.
Dark Souls 2 will have a new hero, a new storyline, and a new world for people to survive in. There will be epic battles with gruesome enemies and bloodthirsty bosses awaiting adventurers as they travel through the world filled with death and despair. There will be a multiplayer mode that puts a distinct twist on the concept of playing with others. The release date for Dark Souls 2 is March 11, 2014.
I'm Amber.
Brooklyn.
PNN.
Now I'm going to hand the mic over to the Ryans for our new segment, Tech Corner.
This week on Ryan Tech Tips, we will be discussing the 2014 International Consumer Electronics Show. At this event, companies from all over the world travel to Las Vegas, Nevada to showcase their new and upcoming products. From the everyday to the completely unorthodox, everything is fair game at CES.
First up, we have Oculus Rift, codenamed Crystal Cove. This is a virtual reality headset that completely covers your eyes. This is the unit and the inside of the gear. You experience an ultra-wide field of vision and a highly accurate 3D and motion tracking. This is the latest version of Oculus Rift and will definitely be Genesis in the gaming industry.
Next, there are some innovations in the 3D printer industry. MakerBot showcased a new 3D printer named the Z18 that can make or print objects up to 12 by 12 by 18 inches. Although it is built for industrial projects, it can be used for a bit of fun as well, such as making a helmet for an adult-sized head. You can own one tomorrow for the low price of only $6,500.
If you're looking for the pinnacle of home automation, look no further than Samsung and LG's smart home projects.
We're texting friends and family all throughout the day. Why not do the same with our air conditioning unit or even our vacuum cleaner? This was a quote from an LG representative on the CES show floor.
This system is designed to allow all the electronic devices in your home to be completely automated by the simple sending of a text. Not only is there a robotic vacuum cleaner that can be timed to clean the floors just before your guests arrive, there is a refrigerator that can tell you how much of what you have and when it will expire. This is truly the next step in home automation.
AT&T revealed a new service that was demoed in the 2014 Corvette Stingray by Chevrolet, 4G LTE connectivity. This technology will allow the car to access everything from Google Maps to Facebook and might even be a saving grace if you find yourself on the side of the road, out of gas with a dead cell phone battery.
The only problem that I can see is that teenagers can't keep their phones out of their hands already. What's going to happen when your car can connect to Facebook?
I don't know. We'll have to look at the percent change in teen driving accidents to find that out.
Lastly, Silicon Chip superpower Intel Corporations debuted their first SD card-sized dual-core mini-computer, codenamed Edison. Edison features a Linux spin, Bluetooth connectivity, and Wi-Fi.
Not only will this dominate the wearable device market, powering items such as smartwatches, but it brings in a whole new era of intuitive computing.
The ability to have a computer fast enough to send texts, browse the web, and even watch videos in a form factor the size of your thumb will definitely introduce the world to more exotic technologies.
This has been Ryan.
And Ryan.
With Ryan Tech Tips, PNN. This video was edited on a computer with Intel inside.
Let's see what's happening this week in high school sports with Shakia Wimberly.
Good morning. In wrestling news, let's congratulate our wrestling team on their wins at their duels last week. They beat Oak Mountain with the score of 38-30. Let's wish them the best of luck as they travel tonight to Russell County. Their match will begin at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In basketball news, let's give a big congratulations to our boys and girls basketball team on their wins against Auburn last week. The boys won with the score of 71-68 and the girls with the score of 63-48. The boys also won this weekend against Ramsey with a score of 66-64. Let's wish both the boys and girls basketball team the best of luck as they travel tonight to Opelika High School. Their games will begin at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In track news, let's wish our boys and girls track team the best of luck as they travel today to Birmingham for their invitational indoor track meet. That's it this week in high school sports. I'm Shakia, PNN.
Let's find out what's happening in the entertainment world with Nadia and Tatiana.
Based on a true story, the movie Gimme Shelter starring Vanessa Hudgens released January 24th. It's about a teenage girl who sets out to find her Wall Street father and is forced into the streets in an attempt to survival. Also January 24th, I, Frankenstein, a modern action-packed movie of the regular Frankenstein, releases. Here's a clip from the film.
Frankenstein, the rumors are true.
I was given life 200 years ago. I am like none other.
You have strength and speed and stamina, far beyond that of any human. You could use those gifts in a war that you are already a part of.
I go my own way.
You cannot save the human race. Nothing can stop their demise.
Come with me. There's an entire army of monsters like me. Tens of thousands of them. Could mean the end of all
The 56th annual Grammys will be premiering at 8 p.m. Katy Perry has announced she will kick off her North American tour on June 22nd. And headlining the VH1 Super Bowl kickoff show is J. Cole and Janelle Monáe.
I can't wait to see the Red Sox get a touchdown.
And that's why Jarrett does national sports. I'm Nadia.
Tatiana.
PNN.
I'm Becca Nelson. Have a great day, Smith Station.